Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday. Busy show coming up. Harvey Briggs will be here.
Yeah, nice day for a drive. What are you testing today?
We are going behind the wheel with Harvey in a Kia Sorento.
Oh, it's an SUV?
Their mid-size SUV, 3 rows.
Okay.
That's the big hot segment now.
Good for families?
It's not a minivan.
Oh, okay.
There's
the distinction. That's coming up later this hour.
But first, topping the news today, dozens of headstones at an historic cemetery in Madison are cracked and shattered. A look at the damage, plus what police are saying about this crime.
A special election race in Ohio is too close to call. The Republicans are claiming victory, but the Democratic candidate has not conceded what the outcome could mean for midterm elections this fall.
And it seems like summer just started, right? But parents across Wisconsin are already starting to think about the upcoming school year. We're looking into back-to-school trends. It's today at 4.
If you've been in a store, you can see it. We're also going to have a live report from the concert in the park.
Yes, the
17th
annual event over in Middleton. That's coming up.
Let's take a look outside today. It was a hot summer day. Oh, look at how much fun these two are having on the golf course. Lucky Ducks golfing today. I'm jealous. That's great.
The weather words, more fog tonight. Dave Caulfield is in the backyard. Foggy start to the day.
Oh, yeah, very foggy. In fact, across much of southern Wisconsin, we could have a little bit of a repeat performance tonight into early tomorrow morning. But I do think the weather for concert in the park will be fantastic. A little bit on the warm side, a little bit on the humid side, but really not too many clouds after that fog went away early this morning. And Doppler track is quiet for the first time in seemingly the entire month. So we'll definitely enjoy that while we can. Platteville on our Queen Bee Radio Skycam showing those partly sunny skies. Temperatures right now in the low to mid 80s across much of southern Wisconsin. Some 70s still remaining, but still definitely warmer than yesterday. About 10 to some cases close to 15 degrees warmer than this time on Tuesday. Dew points right now in the mid 60s. We have actually come down a little bit in the dew point department, but still feeling pretty humid outside. Wind speeds today at about 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the north and west. Live look in Madison on the WISC-TV Skycam. Your forecast first showing those temperatures falling through the 80s into the lower 70s by later tonight. Mostly clear skies, and again, some patchy dense fog possible into tomorrow morning. Here's a live look at your first alert traffic update at Fish Hatchery Road and the Beltline. Things were a little bit slow earlier, but not looking too bad at the present time. No major accidents or incidents to report across Dane County. We'll zoom in on the Beltline. We can start to see those brake lights starting to form, especially eastbound back toward Seminole Highway, through Fish Hatchery, Park Street, and closer to John Nolan Drive. We're starting to also see those brake lights form to Stoughton Road, but the interstate is looking pretty nice at the present time. Verona Road to John Nolan, that's 10 minutes, a little bit slow eastbound, down to 9 actually. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. Average speed of around 30 miles per hour. Some other routes, Middleton to Sauk City, westbound on Highway 12, that's 17 minutes with an average speed of around 55 miles per hour. And that is your first alert traffic. We'll talk about some afternoon rain chances on the way for the next couple of days in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Been a wet month so far.
Oh, yes.
All right, Dave, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Thank you, Dave. First at 4, a cemetery with deep roots in Madison's history is cleaning up today after multiple headstones were vandalized.
Police do not have any leads, but hope the people responsible understand the impact they made on the city's history. Amanda Quintana is in the newsroom with more on the investigation. Amanda.
Yes, a total of 36 headstones were tipped over last night. About a dozen of those are cracked or shattered. Most of them are from the 1800s, and all of them need to be repaired. The historic Forest Hill Cemetery was purchased by the city in 1857, and after the Civil War, commemorating fallen soldiers at Forest Hill became an important local ritual. Police say it seems like the vandals damaged random headstones. The Jewish area and the Confederate soldiers' resting spots were left alone.
We don't think that we have something resembling a hate crime or anything like that, but we think we do have some people who got in there and perhaps didn't realize the value of that cemetery or of any cemetery and how sacred it is to the families whose loved ones are there. And in this case, again, just the sense of city history that is at Forest Hill.
The City Parks Department is working with MPD on the investigation and looking to contact the family members connected to those damaged grave sites. But the Parks Department told us they should be able to pay for the headstones to be fixed, so families won't be responsible for the damage of their ancestors' headstones. There are no surveillance cameras in the cemetery, so there aren't any leads on who could have done this. But if you saw anything last night, you are asked to contact Madison Police.
All right, Amanda Quintana reporting live in the News Center. Thank you.
Madison police are also investigating a shooting that happened this afternoon on the city's west side on Cross Street near Odana Road. A witness says around noon, 2 passengers held guns outside of a car window and began firing into the air. Police have found shell casings. No one was hurt and no property was damaged.
State elections officials in Ohio say the results in yesterday's special election are too close to call, and they won't declare a winner until more than 8,000 absentee and provisional ballots are counted. But the Republicans are claiming victory. Mola Lenghi has the latest from the White House.
We are in a tie ball game.
Democrat Danny O'Connor says he's waiting until all the votes are counted in the race for Ohio's 12th congressional seat. He trails Republican Troy Balderson by about 1,700 votes, but Balderson has already declared victory.
It's time to get to work. Over the next 3 months, I'm going to do everything I can to keep America great again.
Ohio's election officials say they won't declare a winner until they count more than 8,000 provisional and absentee ballots, but that won't happen for another 10 days. Republicans have controlled Ohio's 12th district for more than 3 decades, usually winning by double digits. Balderson and O'Connor are separated by less than 1 point. President Trump won the district in 2016, beating Hillary Clinton by 11 points. He campaigned for Balderson over the weekend.
Troy Balderson. He is the guy.
The president took credit for Balderson's performance, tweeting late Tuesday that because of his efforts in Ohio, there was a big turn for the better. Now Troy wins a great victory.
I'd like to thank President Trump.
No matter who wins, Democrats' strong showing in this race could signal trouble for the GOP going into the midterm elections. And Balderson and O'Connor will have to face off again in November. They are already their party's nominees for the general election. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, the White House.
And both parties spent more than $8 million on this special election. The Republicans outspent the Democrats 4-1. That is a huge amount of money for an election in the middle of the summer when voter turnout is typically low.
A Republican congressman from New York and early supporter of President Trump is now facing insider trading charges. Chris Collins surrendered himself to the FBI today. While representing New York's 27th district, Collins served as a board member for Innate, a biotech company that was developing a drug for multiple sclerosis. According to the 30-page indictment, Collins gave a stock tip to his son Cameron about the company's failed drug test. Cameron Collins, along with his fiance's father, are also facing charges. Rick Gates wrapped up his testimony today in the trial of his former business partner, Paul Manafort. Gates has testified that he committed financial crimes, including tax evasion and bank fraud, at Manafort's direction. An FBI forensic expert took the stand this afternoon. She says she found 31 foreign bank accounts that listed Manafort, Gates, or a Ukrainian political consultant as beneficial owners.
California could be on the way to its worst wildfire season in the state's history. The huge Mendocino complex wildfire in Northern California is forcing a 2-week delay for the start of the school year. More than 4,000 firefighters are trying to control the fire 2 weeks after it began. The fires destroyed 75 homes and more than 10,000 structures are still threatened.
New federal data shows the value of farm real estate is up slightly in Wisconsin this year, but the value of cropland is down. Farm real estate includes the value of the land and the buildings on the land. The average price per acre in Wisconsin is slightly more than $5,300, which is up 2% from last year. But the state's value of cropland is down 1% at around $5,100 per acre. It is the first decline after 5 years of price increases. If you're driving the interstate in Rock County this week, you'll want to listen up.
Yeah, there's a traffic change on I-3990 near Edgerton that's been causing some issues. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us in the newsroom at the Janesville Gazette with what to look out for. Adam?
Well, it was just last Monday where the area where the traffic changes over near Edgerton, and officials said that after that change, they've seen an uptick in the number of accidents that happen in that very spot. But it's not the only thing they want you to be looking out for. There's a couple other things as well. And one of those is bridges in the area near the Rock River in Edgerton are also going to see modified changeovers. Crews are also expanding part of the highway there, so be on the lookout for that. And officials say staying alert is the most important way to avoid getting into a crash.
Be alert work zones. There are men and women behind the orange barriers and barrier walls that want to go home to their families. And so we need to do our part when we're driving to be alert and remain vigilant in the work zones.
One more project to follow along with a noise-canceling wall being installed along the freeway in Janesville. Now, as much of a pain as this construction can be for drivers, it's also affecting the people that live near the highway. Tune in at 6. We're going to hear from 2 homeowners that live right behind 3990, how that's been for them as the big sound barrier wall is installed. Stay tuned. That's next at 6.
All right, we'll see you at 6. Adam Dexter reporting live from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. There is a new high-tech option for treatment at CVS.
And they're a popular option to give for birthdays or holidays, but the federal government says scams concerning gift cards are on the rise. What to watch out for? That's next at 4. Well, gift card scams continue to be a growing problem, which is prompting a warning from the FBI.
Some cards hide the numbers and PIN numbers, but others are very easy to see. And what happens is some people go to stores, they write down the numbers, and then they monitor the balance on the card and use it once it's filled. This is called gift card draining. Other cards have a silver sticker like this one covering the PIN, but the FBI says thieves can simply remove the old sticker, record the number, and then replace it with a new one.
So the next question is, how do the thieves know when the cards have money?
Some of them, again, depending on the level of sophistication, will just go online, do it by hand. Others have developed custom written software. That software will then return the result to the hacker and say, here are the card numbers that have been activated, and here's the money that you can now use.
The Retail Gift Card Association says it now recommends that retailers use packaging which covers and protects the magnetic strips and the gift card pins.
Well, CVS is offering a new virtual healthcare service for people through the company's smartphone app. Patients with minor illnesses and injuries, skin conditions, and other wellness needs will be able to use a Minute Clinic video visits. The service will use video to provide users with the same care they'd receive at in-person facilities. It'll be available 24 hours a day nationwide by the end of the year. Healthcare through the app will cost $59. The Cincinnati Zoo's beloved and adorable Fiona is back in the limelight. Her new children's book, Fiona the Hippo, came out yesterday. It's by New York Times best-selling artist Richard Crowley. It tells the story of Fiona, an internet sensation who was born prematurely but managed to survive and become a healthy hippo.
This video is a little old. Yeah, she's a lot bigger now.
She's almost as big as Mom.
But she's still so cute.
Yeah, she really
Can't get enough of Fiona. Stocks wavered on Wall Street today under pressure from utility stocks. The Dow Industrials lost 45 points to end the day at 25,583. The NASDAQ Composite Index managed a 4.5-point gain, but the S&P 500 fell fractionally. The 17th anniversary of Concert in the Park is tonight, and for the 10th consecutive year, the talented musicians of the Wisconsin Youth Symphony Orchestra will perform.
WISO was formed 52 years ago. It's comprised of more than 5,000 musicians from more than 100 communities in Wisconsin. The concert is sponsored by the Jalamas Companies, and joining us live from Old Sauk Trails Business Park on John Q. Hammond's Drive, where the concert is tonight, is guest music director Kyle Knox. Kyle, thanks for being with us.
Hi, Kyle.
Very happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Give us, first of all, a little background about WISO. Who are the musicians?
The musicians of tonight's concert are the Youth Orchestra, which is our top ensemble. It's comprised mainly of older high school students. And the entire organization has a number of different orchestras which go down in age range all the way down into middle school and elementary school level. But tonight will be our really elite ensemble, and it's a wonderful group of musicians, mostly 15 through 18 years old.
How competitive is it to get a chair in the Wisconsin Youth Symphony?
I can tell you for sure, having just gone through this process of listening to hundreds of auditions, that it's quite competitive. You know, we have many people coming from not just the Dane County area, but the entire state. And, you know, it takes a lot to make this whole thing happen. And we play really challenging, serious music from the orchestral repertoire, and it takes really talented kids to make that happen, as you'll hear tonight. So it's quite competitive, and it's a real testament to their talent to be here.
What is the repertoire for tonight?
Tonight is a real wonderful mixture of repertoire. We'll start with American great orchestra conductor and composer Leonard Bernstein's overture from West Side Story. And then we'll switch gears. We have a few student soloists. One is the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. Isabel Cryer will be playing, and Maureen Sheehan will play the Walton Viola Concerto. Otherwise, we have a symphony by the great Russian composer Dmitri Shostakovich, Aaron Copland's Fanfare for the Common Man. We're playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which has become something of a tradition for this concert, and lots of other really wonderful repertoire. It should be a nice mixture of some light and some serious works, and we hope the audience likes it.
Yeah, you have to remind yourself these are high school students. That is...
Yeah, this is a major work you're playing there.
It is so impressive. Do the musicians practice all year round in the summer as well?
Well, a lot of this repertoire, this is actually my first concert as music director, so a lot of this repertoire that we're playing tonight is actually extracted from this past year's concert season, so it's been thoroughly rehearsed. And actually the orchestra, WISO, this top orchestra, just took it internationally on tour to Peru. So the Shostakovich Ninth Symphony, for example, was taken on tour by them, as was the West Side Story Overture. And there is some new music, Debussy, some other things we'll do tonight, which we rehearsed in the last few days. So these kids are whip smart, they're really gifted, and they were able to put it together with me in just 3 days. So it's quite a remarkable artistic achievement. Yeah, really.
And it's a whole evening of activities. Grounds open up at 5 o'clock, and people can come and picnic, and it's a fun evening.
I hope so, yes. We're really looking forward to it. It's a great treat to be here.
And fireworks after the concerts.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck in your first concert. I hope it's a wonderful event.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
A beautiful evening for it as well. Well, this has been the summer of the unicorn for Kid Stuff, but things are changing this fall.
That's right. When we come back, the llama is taking over along with glitter and fun scents. The llama?
Yep, the llama's a big thing.
Oh, okay. That was not a typo.
No.
Coming up,
what would be the other word if it wasn't
I don't
llama?
know. I'm learning something here. That's coming up on Live at 4. We're sharing the top trends for back to school. We're back after this.
Take a look at this. We have stunning video of a fire-nado caught on camera in England. The phenomenon occurred during a massive fire in the English Midlands. The blaze, which was not near any residence, involved the stacks of plastic pallets. Fire-nados occur when hot, dry air rises up rapidly from the ground, carrying the fire along with it.
We do that just for Dave. He loves these
fire-nado.
It is pretty cool.
That almost looks like a special effect. It doesn't even look real.
It doesn't look real.
Wow.
Mother Nature is an amazing
It really is.
being.
Don't fool with her.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday, August 8th. It is International Cat Day, and we're not kidding.
Oh my.
There's some good writing. First observed in 2002 by the International Fund for Animal Welfare, the day celebrates the most popular pet on the planet. More than dogs? Wow.
Worldwide.
Oh,
Worldwide.
Worldwide, that's right. More 500 million cats are loved by families in every country. Oh, that's a cute one. In climate.
Yeah, a lot of, other countries. And dogs are more popular in the U.S., but worldwide.
Oh.
Cats take the cake.
Yeah, Dave and I both have cats. I think we have a picture of our cats. There we
Where?
go,
Aw.
Hans. And
Kit is so cute.
The least creative name for a cat ever is my Kit.
I just call it Cat.
Kit Kat.
I know. Yeah, the Kit Kat.
Give me a break,
exactly.
Susan.
I think Kit's had a few Kit Kats.
I know. She's a little chunky. We're having a little bit of an issue with
All
that.
right, well.
Speaking of chunky, it's also National Zucchini Day. That can be pretty chunky. And sneak some zucchini onto your neighbor's porch day.
One way to get rid of it.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you grow it, it's just this time of year. And it's also National Frozen Custard Day. Similar to ice cream, frozen custard is made with eggs in addition to cream and sugar. Ice cream vendors Archie and Elton Core invented frozen custard on Coney Island, New York back in 1919. The brothers sold 18,640 cones the first weekend on the boardwalk.
That's interesting. I thought frozen custard was a Wisconsin thing.
Well, Milwaukee is now the unofficial capital.
Okay.
But I think with Culver's here,
Yes.
I think we have to claim that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Careful, it's a little soft.
Oh, it's kind of really soft.
We're playing fast and loose with the frozen term here. It's a little bit melting.
It's just sort of custard at this point.
Yes, exactly.
And with these temperatures, it doesn't last long.
Yeah, the melting really happens pretty fast when temperatures are back in the 80s like they are now. We'll talk about this warm stretch of weather plus a couple of afternoon shower chances in your First Alert forecast in just a few minutes. Good afternoon. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Wednesday. High temperatures on this Wednesday back into the 80s, much warmer than this time yesterday. 81 the high so far in Madison, 82 in Janesville, 80 in the Dells, and 82 in Lone Rock. And these are quite a bit warmer, as I mentioned, compared to this time on Tuesday. About 10 degrees warmer in Madison, 10 degrees exactly warmer in the Dells and Lone Rock. Some spots are encroaching on about 15 degrees warmer, at least locally, that is. So you'll definitely notice the change if you're out this evening. But it is going to be a nice evening overall. A little bit of humidity still in the air, but don't let that deter you from enjoying some outdoor activities with this sunshine. Doppler track is quiet, so don't wake it up, folks. We'll wake it up tomorrow because we do have the chance of some afternoon showers and thunderstorms as we, oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, folks. Oh, this is a time lapse from the Edgewater Skycam, and I did not know that was going to be there. I'm so sorry, folks. But I just wanted to show you the fog that we had this morning. Serves me right for trying to show you some nice atmospheric information. Our time lapse in Madison showing the clouds and fog getting out of here, and downtown Madison right now looking a lot nicer and bug-free, might I mention, with temperatures in the low 80s. So 81 in Madison, 81 in Watertown, 79 in Juneau. Trying to catch my breath after that. 81 in Mineral Point, 83 in Boscobel. Dew points are in the mid-60s, so still a little bit humid outside. We are actually a little bit down in the dew point department, especially closer to Monroe and Janesville, where it actually is about 10 degrees less humid. And sorry, I hit the button too quickly there, but it's kind of in the bad hair day dew point range. It's not necessarily, for most of us, in the extra deodorant dew point range, but still pretty humid into tonight. August temperatures have been up and down with all this rain that we've received over the first week or so of August, but still running about 1.5 degrees above normal when you take the average of the high and the low temperatures so far. High temperature trend, we're going to have a hard time being below average over the next 6 to 7 days. We'll actually run about 5 degrees above normal for the next week or so. Future track showing our low pressure systems and cold front continuing to move to the south and east, but a new cold front comes in and some showers and storms could spark mainly south of Madison, but a few showers closer to Mad City could be in the cards for some of us, and some afternoon showers and thunderstorms as high pressure tries to come in for the weekend. It will be here for the weekend, but on Friday, an afternoon shower or thunderstorm can't be ruled out either. So patchy fog possible tonight. Some of that fog could be dense, similar to last night. Mild and partly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-60s. As we head into tomorrow, very warm and humid with showers and thunderstorms possible during the afternoon and evening, mainly spots to the south, because that cold front will be a little bit farther south, I think, of Madison by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. And future track is generally picking up on that trend. You can see those showers and thunderstorms forming into portions of Iowa and Illinois, but I can't rule out a shower and storm, so have that umbrella handy. Same thing goes for Friday, with temperatures staying in the mid-80s generally as we head into the next week or so. Really, the only exception will be on Friday, where we'll be a little bit cooler with the clouds around and a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms. But we should be dry Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with highs in the mid-80s. Storm chances and humidity come back on Tuesday. The humidity always seems to bring out the bugs, which it definitely brought out.
That bug really threw you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know it was going to be there.
It's a fog monster.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What show is that from, Lost?
I don't know. I hope it's not real.
That was Lost.
Okay. I was lost clearly on that, so it was appropriate.
On the tower cam, the bugs look like something out of a horror mix.
It's terrifying.
Fog monster. All right.
Thanks, Dave.
Recover. Compose yourself. and we missed the uncomfortable index.
I know. I was so flustered by it that it was there in a flash, just like that bug.
Next time.
Yep.
Thank you. As parents start back to school shopping, yes, it's that time again, school supplies are raising their game a little bit against gadgets like tablets.
Stores are pushing interactive reusable notebooks or pens that make the marks disappear when the paper's heated. The back-to-school aisle is smelling
markers to sharpen.
Dude, that is awesome.
and looking a little different this year.
Yeah, we're seeing a really fun year in back to school. Over 25% of our items are new this year.
Some of the hot items include unusually scented markers and pencils,
cotton candy, coconut, fresh air,
creative journals, glitter glue, decorative tape, and ink that disappears with heat. And move over unicorns, llamas are popping up everywhere.
Well, a lot of kids are buying new specialty items, A, to express themselves and to make sure that they're able to show who they are. And B, there's a novelty factor. If you've got something new, some gadget, etc., it's fun to show your friends.
Angie Miller estimates she'll spend $300 on required school supplies and another $150 for specialty items for her 3 kids.
I'd rather have my kid drawing than playing on an iPad or painting or being creative. So that's another reason I don't mind spending the extra money.
Companies are counting on parents like Miller, which is why they're raising their game to compete with gadgets like iPads and online retailers who may be perceived to have more unique items.
It's the second biggest shopping season of the year. It's $27 billion, roughly, 27.6 actually this year is what we estimate they're being spent. And so a lot of companies need to double down and really gain those shoppers at this time of the year.
Overall, stores expect a healthy back-to-school shopping season fueled by a strong economy and high consumer confidence. According to Deloitte Services, average spending per household is expected to rise slightly to $510 compared to last year's $501. One of the higher-tech items you can buy with that money is a Rocketbook Wave notebook, where you can send the contents to the clouds, and then disappearing ink allows you to zap it clean in the microwave. But 12-year-old Kaya Miller prefers her new bullet journal, where short phrases are used in the style of bullet points.
and then I have reasons why I love myself for like self-esteem, a must-read list, my dream, like when I'm older.
There's also a practical side to the new school supplies.
Sometimes there's a bad smell in the classroom, and if you can just smell those.
Some helpful tools to make going back to school a little sweeter.
Smells like a snow cone.
Bad smells in the classroom.
That is a sweet mohawk.
Cash.
Cash, what a
The
good
name like
kid.
Cash.
Yeah.
Well, so save up money,
Yeah.
moms and dads. Coming up in Live at 4, a record number of women are running for office.
When we come back, how these candidates hope to change what voters expect from women. We'll have that story when Live at 4 continues.
I look at downtown Madison this Wednesday afternoon. I love the way the sun glistens off the lake.
That is a beautiful shot.
Well, the November elections will bring a record number of women onto the ballots.
The number of female nominees notched higher with yesterday's primaries. Angelica Alvarez reports.
Gretchen Whitmer outran two male rivals to win the Democratic primary for Michigan governor.
We in Michigan are going to get back to building bridges.
In the Kansas primary, Democrats nominated Laura Kelly for governor.
We're ready for change. We are hungry for change.
Both races are part of the so-called pink wave. So far, 11 women have been nominated for governor. According to the Center for American Women in Politics, that's a record for a single election year. There's also a record in U.S. House races with at least 185 women nominated so far. That includes Michigan Democrat Rashida Tlaib, who won her primary and is uncontested in November, meaning she'll be the first Muslim woman in Congress.
And the number of women nominated to Congress will continue to rise. 94 are running in House races in states that have not yet held primaries.
This year feels more like a turning point.
Elaine Kmark is an expert on electoral politics at the nonprofit Brookings Institution and says the Me Too movement is helping to propel women into office.
One thought is that more women in a legislative body will be more likely to sit down and just hammer it out as opposed to getting their matcha up and just fighting to the end.
As of now, only 6 states have women governors, but this year's nominees are taking aim at that glass ceiling. Angelica Alvarez, CBS News, Washington.
The majority of women nominated for the House are Democrats, 143 so far.
But Republicans are in the mix as well, with at least 42 headed to the ballots. Well, there's more at 4. Forget the station wagon, forget the minivan.
The new family haulers are 3-row mid-sized SUVs. We'll check out the Kia version of this, the Sorento, when we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Good afternoon. Here is your Wednesday First Alert traffic update. Taking a live look now at the Beltline and Fish Hatchery Road. Things are a little bit slow in both directions, but not too bad, at least on this traffic camera. But we are seeing those slowdowns. No major accidents popping up just yet across Dane County, but we are seeing the delays extend closer to Stoughton Road and the interstate. There may be an accident closer to the interstate and where that meets the Beltline. So definitely a slow go during that stretch of about 15 miles per hour. Other spots along the eastbound Beltline of about 20 to 30 miles per hour, already up to 16 minutes. John Nolan to the interstate, average speed of around only 15 miles per hour. So just keep in mind that you may see some delays this time of afternoon. That is your First Alert traffic update.
All right, thank you, Dave. The 10 millionth Ford Mustang rolled off the assembly line in Flat Rock, Michigan this morning. Like the original, built in 1964, the 10 millionth is Wimbledon White, a GT V8 6-speed manual convertible. The celebration continued outside the plant, where more than 60 Mustang owners representing all of the model years drove from Detroit to Flat Rock. I love that. They assembled in a parking lot to create the number 10 million in the parking lot. Oh, that's great.
Very nice.
That's really nice.
Harvey Briggs, our auto expert, is here, and you just got done driving a Mustang Bullitt.
Yes, I think it was the 999th million or something like that.
In the streets of San Francisco, just like the movie.
Right, and you can go to my website and see a video on that.
That's rideanddrives.com.
All right.
Very cool. Well, Sorrento is a small town in northern Italy, which was heavily influenced by Greek culture, and it got its name because, well, how did it get its name?
It was inhabited by
the cult of the Sirens.
That's right.
Okay.
The town of Sorrento likely got its name from that. How that name applies to a Kia Sorrento SUV, we have no idea. That being said, let's go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in the 2019 Kia Sorrento. Well, here we are at the park.
Yes, a great day at the park, and we're here with a really good family vehicle, the 2019 Kia Sorrento.
3 rows of seating.
3-row crossover, 7 passengers, probably really more like 5 passengers and the dog.
And getting to that 3rd row in the back may be a breeze for kids, but...
So you can climb through this way. But still, that's going to be a tough crawl.
If I climb back there, Harvey, I'm not getting out. But for many families, this new breed of vehicle is perfect.
These 3-row crossovers have become the American family vehicle.
And Kia is not alone in this segment, not by any means.
There are 10 3rd-row mid-size crossovers. I went through, Toyota has one, Ford has one, Chevy has one, Dodge has one, you name it, everybody's got one of these, and they're all pretty much the same price.
The Kia Sorrento starts at around $27,000 for a front driver with a 4-cylinder engine, and they go up from there, way up. Our SXL test car is about $48,000.
This Kia starts maybe a little lower, but when you get up to the top end, like this one's outfitted, they're all right in that $50,000 range.
So this is not overpriced?
No, it really isn't. And it was kind of funny. I took some pictures of it and posted it on my Facebook page when I first got it. And people are like, $50,000 for a Kia? You got to be kidding me. Well, you know what? You get in this car, and it has everything in here. You have the full navigation, the high-end Harman Kardon audio.
Heated and cooled leather seats, heated steering wheel, high-end trim all around, every safety feature available on a modern car, plus a potent 6-cylinder engine.
Quiet, smooth, comfortable, reliable. All these things that we never would have said about a Kia 10 years ago. They don't need to make apologies for this car at the high end anymore. They really don't. It's a well-made car. It's the #1 car in its segment in the J.D. Power Initial Quality survey.
So how does Kia get beyond this brand problem?
They build cars like the Stinger. They load this thing up and get people to drive it and realize, whoa, wait a minute, this is as nice as a fully equipped Highlander.
Even at the lower trim levels, the Kia holds its own with the other 9 vehicles on the market. And one of the best things about the Sorrento, and it's not a minivan.
No, it's not a minivan. So, guys, ladies, it's not a minivan. You don't have to worry about having that stink on you.
It's a good-looking car.
Very nice-looking car.
Yeah, Kia has really done a job in terms of overall styling with their line. They, you know, their performance is right there with all the other people. So it's almost like we have to recalibrate what we think a Kia is. And the question is there room for that to happen? Because there are so many cars in that space already.
And speaking of space, this is a little smaller, so if all 3 seats are up, there's not a lot of storage.
Right. If you're going to try to take a trip with everyone in the family in that vehicle, you're going to need a roof rack or something for your luggage. Otherwise, put people in 2 rows. You got tons of room back behind that second row.
But if you're in the market for one of these, this should be on the top of the list.
It's right there. Yeah, definitely. It's in top 3 for me in this segment.
Not a minivan.
Not a minivan.
Not a
You won't get
minivan.
that stink on you.
That was funny.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, all the minivan owners out there. A little air freshener? No. Ridesanddrives.com for a full review on this and a bunch of other cars, including that Mustang Bullet.
Right. We'll have this one up in a couple of days.
All right. Thanks, Harvey.
Thanks, Harvey. Good to see you.
Next time. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast. Kind of humid, kind of warm, but not bad. It's August.
Yeah, exactly. This is pretty typical August weather for many of us. Live look in Platteville. We do have a lot of sunshine still in our Queen Bee Radio Skycam. Temperatures are in the low 80s. We'll be in the 70s for later tonight and dropping into the 60s. Maybe a little bit more fog to greet us on Thursday morning, so could be some patchy, dense areas of fog. Then we'll be in the mid 80s for tomorrow with just a slight chance of an afternoon shower or storm, especially south of Madison.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Tomorrow on Live at 4, we'll find out what's happening this weekend with Emmy Fink in the 608.
And our Jay Wilson will be live in Titletown as the Green Bay Packers kick off their preseason against Tennessee. That's tomorrow at 4.